Matt Roloff, best known for his role on the reality TV show Little People, Big World, has been a central figure in both public and family discussions over the years. His children Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob have each had their own experiences with him, shaped by a variety of personal and situational factors. While some have maintained stronger relationships than others, the overall picture is complex, reflecting the challenges of family dynamics under the spotlight. Zach Roloff, Matt's eldest son, has had one of the most publicized relationships with his. However, as Zach grew older, tensions arose, particularly regarding financial independence and expectations. Zach eventually moved out of the family home and pursued his own ventures, including starting a successful beer canning company called Zian Craft Beverages. For a time, Zach openly expressed frustrations about his relationship with Matt, citing issues related to control and autonomy. The two had several disagreements, which were sometimes aired publicly through social media or interviews. Despite this, there have been signs of improvement in recent years. Zach has spoken more positively about his father, acknowledging that they have found common ground. He has also returned to the family farm for certain events, suggesting that while their relationship may not be perfect, it has evolved into something more stable and respectful. Jeremy Roloff, the second oldest sibling, has generally maintained a more harmonious relationship with Matt. Unlike Zach, Jeremy seemed to align more closely with his father's values and work ethic during the show's run. He was often involved in various aspects of the family business, from farming to construction projects, and it appeared to embrace the lifestyle more readily. However, even Jeremy has experienced moments of tension with Matt, particularly around decision-making and personal life choices. For example, when Jeremy decided to move away from Oregon to pursue opportunities outside the family farm, there were indications of friction. Still, these conflicts did not seem to severely damage their relationship. In fact, Jeremy has spoken more fondly of his father in interviews, emphasizing the importance of communication and understanding and maintaining a healthy bond. Molly Roloff's relationship with Matt has been marked by emotional distance at times, especially during her teenage years. As a young woman growing up in a highly visible family, Molly faced unique pressures that likely contributed to some of the challenges she experienced with her parents. There were moments when she expressed feeling misunderstood or controlled, particularly regarding her personal choices and aspirations. In recent years, however, Molly has taken steps toward reconciliation. She has spoken more openly about her journey towards self-discovery and healing, indicating that she has worked on rebuilding her relationship with both of her parents. While she maintains her independence and makes it clear that her past struggles were real, she also acknowledges the love and support that has come from her family. Jacob Roloff, the youngest of Matt's 4 children, has arguably had the closest relationship with his father throughout the years. Given the age gap between Jacob and his siblings, he spent more time living at home and participating in the family's daily routines. On Little People, Big World, Jacob was often seen engaging in lighthearted banter with Matt and showing a level of admiration for him. As Jacob has grown older, he has continued to maintain a positive rapport with his father. Even after moving out and pursuing his own interests, including music and entrepreneurship, Jacob has remained relatively close to Matt. Their interactions, both public and private, suggest a strong foundation built on mutual respect and shared experiences. Several factors have influenced the nature of Matt Roloff's relationships with his children. One of the most significant is the impact of fame and the pressures of being part of a reality TV family. The constant scrutiny and exposure have undoubtedly affected how each child navigated their relationship with their father. Additionally, differing personalities and life goals have played a role in shaping the dynamics between Matt and each of his children. Parenting style is another important factor. Matt has often been portrayed as strict and authoritative, particularly in earlier seasons of the show. While this approach may have worked well with some of his children, such as Jacob, it created friction with others who sought more independence and flexibility. Over time, Matt has shown signs of adapting his approach, which has helped improve some of the strained relationships. In conclusion, Matt Roloff's relationships with his children are a mix of challenges and growth. While none of them have been without conflict, each child has navigated their own path in relation to their father. Zach has gone through periods of tension, but has found ways to reconnect. Jeremy has maintained a generally positive connection despite occasional disagreements. Molly has worked through emotional distance to rebuild trust, and Jacob remains the closest to Matt. Ultimately, the Roloff family story reflects the complexities of any parent-child relationship, amplified by the unique circumstances of their public life. Through open communication, mutual effort, and personal development, many of the initial strains have softened, leading to a more balanced and understanding dynamic between Matt and his children. After the conclusion of Little People, Big World Season 19, Molly Roloff found herself at a pivotal moment in her life. Having grown up on the show, she had been a central figure in the Roloff family's journey, offering viewers an intimate look into the challenges and triumphs of living with dwarfism. However, as Season 19 came to a close, Molly made the difficult decision to step away from the reality series that had played a significant role in shaping her public identity. This marked the end of an era, not just for Molly, but for fans who had followed her since childhood. Her departure was not abrupt, but rather a well-considered choice based on personal growth and a desire for independence. Over the years, Molly had often spoken about the complexities of being in the public eye, balancing authenticity with the pressures of entertainment. As she transitioned into adulthood, she sought to reclaim her narrative and make decisions free from the constraints of reality television. Her exit was amicable, and while it signified a shift in her relationship with the show, it also opened new doors for her future endeavors. This change allowed Molly to explore opportunities beyond the camera lens, focusing on personal development, relationships, and career aspirations that were entirely her own. Though she would no longer be a regular presence on Little People, Big World, her impact on the show and its audience remained undeniable. Her journey continued to resonate with those who admired her resilience and determination, setting the stage for the next chapter of her life. With her departure from Little People, Big World, Molly Roloff embraced a newfound sense of freedom and self-determination. No longer bound by the structure of reality television, she eagerly pursued interests that had long been overshadowed by filming schedules and production demands. One of her first steps toward independence was moving out of her family home and establishing her own space, a milestone that symbolized her transition into full adulthood. This move allowed her to cultivate a lifestyle tailored to her preferences, giving her the autonomy to make decisions without external influence. Beyond personal milestones, Molly began exploring creative outlets that had previously taken a backseat. She rekindled her passion for writing, sharing insights into her experiences through social media and personal reflections. Additionally, she ventured into modeling, leveraging her unique perspective to advocate for body positivity and disability representation in the fashion industry. These pursuits not only provided a sense of fulfillment, but also reinforced her commitment to authenticity beyond the constraints of television. Molly also prioritized strengthening her relationships outside the spotlight. With more time to dedicate to friends and loved ones, she deepened connections that had once been limited by the demands of the show. Whether reconnecting with childhood friends or forging new bonds, these interactions helped her build a support system rooted in genuine companionship rather than public perception. As she settled into this new phase of life, Molly exuded confidence and contentment, embracing the possibilities that lay ahead. While her past on Little People, Big World remained a part of her story, she was determined to shape her future on her own terms, unencumbered by the expectations of reality stardom. With her departure from Little People, Big World, Molly Roloff turned her focus toward building a meaningful career outside the realm of reality television. One of her primary goals was to establish herself as a writer and advocate, using her voice to inspire others facing similar challenges. She had long expressed a passion for storytelling, and now, with the opportunity to share her experiences authentically, she dedicated time to refining her craft. Through blog posts, social media updates, and potential future projects, Molly aimed to connect with audiences on a deeper level, emphasizing themes of self-acceptance, perseverance, and empowerment. In addition to writing, Molly explored modeling opportunities that aligned with her values. She became increasingly involved in campaigns promoting body positivity and inclusivity, particularly within the disability community. By collaborating with brands that celebrated diversity, she sought to challenge conventional beauty standards and encourage greater representation in the fashion industry. These efforts allowed her to contribute to a broader conversation about visibility and acceptance while pursuing a creative avenue that resonated with her personal mission. Beyond writing and modeling, Molly also considered various entrepreneurial ventures. She expressed interest in launching a business that reflected her passions and values, whether in wellness, lifestyle, or advocacy-based initiatives. While still in the early stages of exploration, these ambitions signaled her determination to carve out a fulfilling and independent career path. Each endeavor she pursued was a step toward defining her identity beyond the confines of reality television, reinforcing her commitment to authenticity and purpose-driven work. As Molly Roloff settled into her post-Little People, Big World life, she placed a renewed emphasis on nurturing her relationships beyond the spotlight. While her bond with her immediate family remained strong, stepping away from the show allowed her to cultivate deeper, more personal connections without the added pressure of cameras documenting every interaction. She cherished the moments spent with her parents, Matt and Amy Roloff, and her siblings, Zach, Jeremy, and Jacob, engaging in casual, everyday experiences that had previously been overshadowed by filming obligations. Whether enjoying quiet dinners together, supporting each other at personal events, or simply catching up without production crews present, these interactions fostered a sense of normalcy and intimacy that had been missing during her time on the show. Beyond her immediate family, Molly also prioritized friendships that had endured despite the demands of reality television. Many of her closest friends had known her long before the cameras arrived, and now, with more time and privacy, she was able to strengthen those relationships in ways that felt authentic. She reconnected with old acquaintances, met new people outside the entertainment industry, and engaged in social activities that brought her joy. These friendships provided a crucial support system, grounding her in real-life experiences rather than public perception. Additionally, Molly took time to reflect on her romantic life, navigating the complexities of finding love without the added scrutiny of reality TV. In previous seasons, her dating experiences had been documented on screen, sometimes leading to intense public reactions. Now she could approach relationships on her own terms, allowing them to develop organically without external interference. This newfound freedom gave her the space to explore emotional connections more genuinely, ensuring that any future partnerships were built on mutual respect and understanding rather than entertainment value. Molly Roloff's decision to leave Little People, Big World was not made lightly, but rather as a conscious step toward reclaiming her personal agency and fostering self-growth. Throughout her time on the show, she had navigated both public scrutiny and internal struggles, learning valuable lessons about resilience, authenticity, and the importance of self-advocacy. Stepping away from reality television allowed her the space to process these experiences and focus on her own well-being, something that had often been secondary to the demands of filming and public expectations. One of the most profound aspects of Molly's journey after season 19 was her commitment to self-discovery. Without the constant presence of cameras, she was able to explore different facets of her identity outside the framework of being a reality TV personality. She engaged in introspection, reflecting on her past, evaluating her aspirations, and making deliberate choices about how she wanted to shape her future. This period of self-reflection empowered her to set boundaries, prioritize mental health, and embrace a lifestyle that truly aligned with her values rather than external expectations. Moreover, Molly found strength in vulnerability, openly discussing her evolving mindset and the emotional weight of stepping away from a platform that had defined much of her public persona. Rather than viewing her departure as an ending, she saw it as a necessary transition, one that allowed her to grow beyond the limitations of reality stardom and forge a path that was uniquely hers. As Molly Roloff continues to navigate life beyond Little People, Big World, her journey remains one of self-discovery, resilience, and intentional growth. While the show played a significant role in shaping her early years, stepping away from it has allowed her to define her own path without external constraints. Looking ahead, Molly shows no signs of slowing down her dedication to personal fulfillment, creative expression, and advocacy suggests that she is actively shaping a future filled with purpose. Whether through writing, modeling, entrepreneurship, or new ventures yet to be revealed, Molly is steadily carving out a space for herself beyond the world of reality television. More importantly, she is doing so on her own terms, embracing the freedom to explore, evolve, and share her story in ways that feel authentic to her. As she moves forward, her journey serves as a testament to the power of self-determination, proving that stepping away from the spotlight can be the beginning of an even more meaningful chapter.